Whoa, everybody, I am your host, Lambo Drew. You are now tuned into another edition of the Finance Fridays Live. Lambo is laughing, man, because I just got some of the most favorite crew, man, who definitely keeps me laughing. And I'm actually messaging him before. Shout out to Team Crafton, man, who definitely knows how to keep Lambo going. Listen, I hope you guys are having an amazing day. We are definitely getting ready to get into this, man. I am excited. I hope you guys are excited too, man, as well. Listen, I already know that yesterday was amazing. For a lot of people, man, who got a chance to jump on and be able to see Lambo with his girls. Yes, Lambo with his girls, man, and the Lambo girls. It was a great, amazing experience, man. They keep me laughing. You guys get a chance to see Lambo get a chance to open up a little bit more, man, especially of showing my family, which a lot of people know, man, that I'm kind of a really private person when it comes to my family, except for when we're going out and we'll see things. But getting them in front of the camera, they are not camera shy at all. I'm trying to tell you this right now. They ain't camera shy at all, man. So I am excited to really being able to go on ahead, man, and expose the girls and let the girls get a chance to get out here, tell their jokes, tell how they didn't beat up on dad in Uno. And yes, I'm going to say it, doggone it. I'm going to say it. Lambo and everything, man, if you know me, you know I'm a winner. There's some people naturally born at winning, right? And Uno, when they met 2 years, they're probably a little exaggerating 2 years, but it's close. It's close. I just made sure they got their game up right because before I walk on that table and I sit down at any table and then I'm taking L's, Lambo ain't going to be taking no L's for nobody like that. That's how I prided my work and not taking any L's from nobody, man, not even my own kids. Listen, I'm not getting ready to go ahead and lighten up off of y'all, man. If I'm tough like this with everybody else, you already know, man, I'm tough like that with them. And so they joke all with me all the time because they know, man, I was lighting them up, man, and let them have it, man. And they sitting in there looking at dad till they got so mad to where one game for me sitting at a table with them, it's going for hours. There's not getting ready to be one game with Lambo at Uno on a table with me and my kids. Definitely it's not getting ready to be anything past short of 3-4 hours. Guaranteed. So you might as well just go ahead and lock up. That's one hand, y'all. That's not multiple hands, multiple games. That's just one hand in Uno. That's how competitive it is and stuff like that. No one's getting ready to win. We're going to be dealing cards, shuffling cards, redoing the same thing with one hand. That means no winners for 3-4 hours. That's how competitive it is, man. So again, shout out to my girls. And I've brought that competitive nature into them. Their mom has brought that competitive nature. I think I'm kind of like over with it because they know I'm going to rag them and stuff like that with that competitive nature, man, when it comes like that to Lambo. But that is who I am. That's what I do, man. I deserve to win. I expect to win. I'm not even going to get ready to tell y'all anything different in front of this camera. I'd be lying to y'all if I did told y'all anything different. I expect to win in what I do. That's why I go to sleep late, I wake up early, and I get on the ball early. People like, man, Lambo, man, you in Colorado and you up at this time? Hey, man, look, I don't know about y'all. I really don't know about y'all, but we're at a 2-hour difference from anyone that is on the East Coast time. So when most people are up and at it at 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. and they rolling, well, that's 5 o'clock my time. You understand? 5 and 6 o'clock my time. I need to be up too, making sure that either I'm beating them to the punch or I'm right there to be available for them. And again, that's the blessing that I actually have to be able to do that while I'm up early. And my wife can tell you he goes to sleep late. He's definitely late. He's up early. He goes to sleep late. I'm still on almost transit time, right? My wife usually could tell you, man, the transit days, it'd be 20, 21-hour days, man. I go to sleep, man, for 2 hours, 2.5 hours. I'm ready to go. Boom, let's go. Let's go do it again. So that has been the affordability I've afforded into doing what I do and making sure I maximize every relationship, every meeting, everything with my family when I get the chance with them. I maximize that, right? So you can enjoy these moments because you don't get these moments in time back. That's why I always tell people, take care of yourself and stuff like that, man, more than anything. Because if you take care of you, man, most people will be a better them and you can actually be of great service to them. You know, I really, 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 man, I was taken back by this moment, and I'm gonna get into chats in a minute. Of seeing a post of two good friends, man. One being a more closer friend than the other one. And I just had a little time this morning to catch up and then see who wished my daughter Bucky a birthday yesterday. That's my fat. Wished her a birthday yesterday, and then who were on the show, and then responding back to all the messages. People talk about, man, how great the show was and all of this great stuff and the funny thing. So I got a chance to do that this morning. But there was something, man, that I really, 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 man, just thought that was probably the best thing that I've ever seen and stuff like that, man. And I'm not lying to you, man, that if you believe what I'm getting ready to tell you, I know for a fact it will definitely help bless your life and stuff like that. I firmly believe that some bonds that God doesn't intend to be broken, man, and that is 100% true. There are certain things with certain people, man, that you are set to go on ahead and run the course. And that is what we've been doing. That is what we've been enjoying life with, man, and doing life with so many amazing people. And I get the chance and everything, man, each and every single week to be able to come and talk to you guys and express some of these major things that are happening and some major movements that are happening and stuff like that. That really goes on ahead, man, and takes my life to the next level and hopefully takes your life to the next level, man. Somebody out here, man, I really want to go on ahead and share this before we get into this. You know, have you ever, man, been disconnected with so many people by it? Like, man, one season of your life, you feel like great things are happening and you're doing some amazing things. You're really rocking steady with them. And you're like, man, you guys are as close as you guys can be. And really being able to say, oh man, we're almost inseparable. And then the next minute you find yourself in a season where literally, man, they have what we call been that cutoff point. And that point in everything, man, where it's a separation. And it's that point where you're just like, oh my goodness, what's going on? What's happening? How did this happen? How did this come? I want you to remember this. This is something key, and I'm getting ready to drop a nugget with you. Remember, a season of separation does not mean a lifetime of distance. I'm sorry. That right there is a whole bar, and I'm going to get on that on a whole different broadcast, man. But if somebody needs to hear that, a season of separation doesn't mean a lifetime of distance. And some people need to understand, some people need to know that just because that you may be separated or you may have been in a place where at one point that you were really rocking, coke and steady with some people in your life and family and friends and co-workers and some loved ones that have been around you. And you've been like, you know what, Lambo, man, every time my phone would ring, man, or every event that would happen, we would be there. We would go there. We would actually be present there, right? Always remember that, man, that a season of separation does not mean a lifetime of distance. That's a bar. And some people really need to understand that. Like, while you are moving forward, and there are going to be a lot of people that you are moving forward, like literally, I mean, right before the broadcast, like it's minutes. I can see the countdown on the screen. I'm literally on the phone, literally talking help consulting a great person, a great friend to the show as well and stuff like that, and a great friend in the Lambo Lounge, man, of just having a high of getting ready to close a huge business deal to walking into the bank and everything, man, and literally the opposite being told. And we have to go on ahead, man, and talk about some things, on the bank ride home. And then I'm texting some other friends and stuff like that. Shout out to Team Crafton, and they're keeping me laughing while I'm sending other emails back and forward and stuff like that. And I'm looking at that point when the show is starting and this show is starting. I'm looking at that point and I'm just like, all the work that I just did before this broadcast and before the show begins is always to consistently help someone out, to help some people out. And also the bonds in a relationship that you build are definitely in everything, man. One of them that really go on ahead, man, and go so far in your life. You're able to help so many people out, man, because of that. Because of this show, I can honestly tell you, you guys have really, 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 man, blessed my life where I get the chance to make sure that I can get in front of a camera and bring some amazing guests. And you guys are going to see some amazing guests that are definitely going to be coming up on the show in the next few episodes and the episodes to come later and stuff like that as well. And I'm excited when I look back at the history of what the Leverage Show has done and what it is still doing, and how it is actually changing momentum. So earlier today, I really want to give a special shout out to my guy, Passive Income Croc. Shout out to Passive Income Croc, my guy, who literally, blew it up, blew the waters, blew the doors off the hinges, and caught so much steam that he just crossed over the 25K subscriber mark. Man, full salute, man, to my guy, Passive Income Croc, for literally, brother, you done went on ahead and I told you this. You better keep on shooting. You better, when you see Lambo, you better go on ahead and say, Lambo, I love that, but I'm going to keep shooting and I'm going to keep good. You better go past me. And as much flowers as Lambo gets, as much wonderful praises as I get, my thing is when I can look back and I see all of the guys and all of the ladies and all of the people and content creators who are literally helping change people's lives, and they're shooting further and they're shooting out more because they're really being able to help so many people, man. And I told him, I just remember at the stage, man, when I think Croc had to have been probably at about 2,000-3,000 or something like that. It was somewhere there. And I said, man, you're going to catch fire, dude. I said, dude, just stay consistent, man. Your time is going to come. You're going to catch fire. And brother, you're going to outdo me. You're going to outdo BOJ. You're going to outdo some of us big dogs. That's what we call us out here in this space, because of the value that you're going to be able to bring and the things that you're going to be able to do. You got to remember that you are one idea away from creating a lifetime harvest. Someone needs to hear that out there. You are one idea away of creating a lifetime harvest. And that harvest will allow so many other people to be able to eat from your vision, between to eat from your fruit, between to eat from the things that you have planted. And for those and everything who need to know, to see guys like my guy Croc, Passive Income Croc, who is killing the game and then exploded from TikTok to YouTube to all of his social medias that are just going in berserk. That is because someone decided that they're not going to give up. They're not going to lie down. And the week before, he says, Lambo, you don't know that. I got a chance to watch the whole episode of that Leverage Show. And while you're giving me flowers, I needed to hear that, because you don't know how it took and what I needed to hear at that moment to continue on pushing on. He's right now flying out to California, where he will be going to shoot a great video with our great friend to the show, Mr. Joshua Samuel from Tuition Coins, man. They're going to be shooting some amazing content out there in Cali. So definitely you want to be on the lookout. Make sure you guys go and like and subscribe to his channel at Passive Income Croc, because I'm telling you what, I know he is definitely catching so much fire and killing the game. Only because when you don't give up, you will find yourself finding a way to win. And that's in life for us all. We all need to learn how to find a way to win. How do you find? I lie not to you, right? There is, and I can just talk candidly to you guys. There is something big that Lambo. I know to negotiate. I'm a huge negotiator, right? And if you know me, you know me well. I can, besides going ahead and bringing deals to the table, we're gonna make sure we negotiate best terms for all parties of the sides of the deal. So as today I'm speaking with some reps, I'm looking at, okay, well, why and everything, man, what this cost this and that and all of this stuff. I said, I totally get that. But what is the value that we can both bring? And see, sometimes most people need to know you have to have more than one conversation. I don't care what you're doing. You need to go back and have more than one conversation. If one conversation is all it took for you to close whatever that you're closing, it didn't happen enough. Whatever that you did or whatever that you're trying to do, and you don't feel a settledness or an easiness with it, it didn't happen enough, right? I've got guys, and this is true story. I mean, I can talk about this. I'm getting messages from guys who are heading to funerals, right? But on the way to heading to funerals, they're embracing and enjoying what's getting ready to happen next week because they're excited about the possibility of being able to help people in their gifts and in their craft, right? And doing what they do best, which most people won't ever get a chance to do. You have to find out what makes you special and what makes you tick. You have to find out what you really, really love to do that most people can't live without. Straight up. I really want to be real with you. I'm here to let you guys know that it's okay for you to be thinking to yourself, well, I'm not in the place where I need to be. Okay, find out what's going to get you into that place and keep going. Do not stop. I am in this place and I am at this place and I'm literally speaking to so many of you out there because I did not give up or I did not settle. I often think, and this is the God honest truth, right? I often think, what if Lambo never ever decided to remotely ever step out? There wouldn't be a Lambo in front of you guys, speaking in front of this camera, speaking out here to so many of you and really talking into you. And yesterday, I will say this right before the show, I got a few minutes to, and people, I lie not to you, man. If you call me at the right time or send the right text, most of the time, man, it's going to get filtered throughout the day, especially if you're on the main line. But if you're on the business line, God help you, right? But there are some people who call at the right moment. It's like God literally tells them, you need to call Lambo at this time or need to text them at this time. Because most of the people and everything, man, the access to me is very limited, right? Only because of just of the nature of what I do. And I'll get to a lot of people in appointments. And that's just it. I get to you in appointment. The gentleman calls me at the exact time I'm literally getting ready to get up from the table, right? Most calls are moved to forwarding or most calls are moved to silent. And then I got stuff that by the time I get back, they may have 100 missed calls from everybody. And then I weed through the most important ones at that moment that I can get back to with the next available time. Might not be at that exact time, right? The gentleman calls, and I lie not to you. We get a chance to speak for quite a few minutes. And I hadn't talked to the guy in a couple of months. And then to hear where he has been at in life and watching the Leverage Show and saying, Lambo, man, I've been a part of it. I've been listening to your shows and this is what's been going on. And this is what's been going on in my life. And to kind of hear his journey and stuff like that was an amazing thing to be able to do, right? And that is what I'm here for, right? just because a lot of people, man, that you may not hear from them and you may not see them at that moment, or you're in constant contact, that I'm with people on a daily or weekly basis that are in. There are some people out here who have decided to take the words of this broadcast and decided to take the information and apply the information from this broadcast and allow it to propel and help change their lives. And when I see and I heard of some of the stories yesterday of talking with this guy, man, it blessed me. It really blessed Lambo, and it's wholeheartedly, just to know he is making strides and leaps and bounds because of a vision and sticking close to it. He says, Lambo, I can't catch you live because of my work schedule. And he has a crazy work schedule. But he says, but when I can catch you, when I catch the replays, he says, I'm all over it. I'm all over every note. I'm all over everything that you're saying. I'm right there. I'm tapped in. I'm tuned in. He says, I'm focused like I'm in class. And that really blessed Lambo's life, man, to be able to hear that this broadcast is helping change someone's life, and people are focused. People are locked in. People are waiting to hear what you have to say, or the great guests that come to the show to see what they have to say. Shout out to my guy, Don the Credit God and stuff like that, who was on here Tuesday, who dropped $1 million worth of game. And literally, man, I'm telling you what, if you didn't get a chance to go see that, please rewatch that show. But my guy, Don the Credit God, who came on here and dropped a lot of amazing information, especially when it comes down to this credit space and getting funding and everything else that most people may need, or most people may be naive to even knowing. So I say this to say this. We are here on this show when I say different things, especially when Finance Fridays comes along. I get a chance to definitely kind of deep dive into some of the financial plays and the markets. And people are asking me all the time, man, Lambo, what is passive income? Let me know about passive income. Is there passive income out there? Is there opportunities out there I can capitalize for myself, for my family, for my friends, for the loved ones around me? And my answer to them is always yes. Now, I will say this: what you are willing to go on ahead and assume to learn, it's totally all up to you. 100% all up to you. What you're willing to say, you know what? I'm willing to take a chance on that. It's totally up to you. Remember, your financial journey may be different than mine. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. This is Lambo just showing you out my journey. If you need to go and speak to a financial advisor, I want you to go speak to a financial advisor. And I want you to go get real financial advice. But if by some chance you say, well, Lambo, I'm fine. I talked to some financial advisors, and they're definitely not talking about some of the things you guys are talking about on the Leverage Show. And I would like to know more, then type in, tune in. But not just that. Don't just take the information and let it get stuck right here between your ears. Take the information and then help scale yourself to the next level, right? And if that is the journey that I'm on and you're seeing me scaling, and hey, if I can go ahead and give some informational purposes for you to scale, then go scale. Let's do it together. Listen, there is so many opportunities out here that I promise you, if you really sat down and got locked in, that things would happen for you. Things are going to be happening around you, whether you like it or not, whether you understand it or not. Even though people don't understand crypto market is still making people millions and billions and trillions into that market space every day. So why not learn why the banks decided to even gamble on crypto themselves? When Vanguard and BlackRock and you look at some of the other ones who decided to go get ETFs for Bitcoin and join in and said, hey, we might as well join into crypto anyway because everyone else is winning. They seen something, and I hate to say this, that most people decided to say, don't want to take a look at that. Don't need that. Can I say something to you right now? Whether you like it or not, and I've said it before, you guys seen this last year when we did the Johnson family road trip for 2 weeks, right? And we were actually all over. And you guys seen, I got to a place in West Virginia. West Virginia, I got to a place in West Virginia where we stopped at a gas station that had some chicken. Supposed to be some famous chicken, y'all. There was no famous chicken there. I could have got better chicken, man, in Michigan, for those who know. And it was no famous chicken there. But they had a Bitcoin ATM machine. The Bitcoin ATM machine in this place where I'm looking like, okay, who in the world is really going to talk about or use Bitcoin out here? They were there in that gas station. Crypto machines, allowing you to be able to purchase crypto, right? Or cash out from your crypto and get cash. These are in the places and being in places now where, if you guys seen Joshua Samuel was on the show and talking about tuition coins, it's now being placed in your gas station. And as Joshua Samuel would say, with tuition coins, it's now being placed in your educational system, which tuition coins is literally continuously going viral based off of what the information it is to do, and also the people that it is helping and the problems that it is solving. You're able to combine, right, a child learning as well as earning, right, rewards like Nike and great other rewards, like whether it's gaming or any other thing like that, while also earning money for their tuition. This is solving real problems. Now, I wonder why the UN leaders are waiting to go ahead and meet with Joshua Samuel, man, and as well as the Brazilian and El Salvador and all of those great leaders. They're willing to go ahead and sit down and talk with him because he is solving a real problem in an educational system where most people decided that we're not going to talk about it. But he decided to talk about it. He decided to speak out about it. And now it's going to be something that's going to be global to helping change cultures on a global economic level. And that's huge. We salute that. That's why Finance Fridays is so huge for me, because I get a chance when I was telling you guys, right, about certain little different things that were actually taking off and that were really being, very big in the market space is something you should watch out for. I said, hey, you guys, are you watching out for this? When I was talking about NVIDIA, right? And I said, hey, are you guys watching out for NVIDIA? And what did NVIDIA do? NVIDIA took off, right? Look at this. NVIDIA took off. When it took off, most people were sitting there looking at it like, okay, well, what's going on? I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. Stuff like that. NVIDIA right now, this is the God honest truth, man. I love this because Microsoft and all the rest of them, man, are the AI chips to the rival NVIDIA. Like, they're going after NVIDIA, man, right now, man. I love that. I love where NVIDIA has decided to go based up off of what information that was taken care of. Did you guys see GameStop this week? That was another huge one, right? Let's see what happened in GameStop, man, this week. And I really want you to go on ahead and see that. I told you guys that there was a GameStop tweet, but don't fall for it, right? Here we go. Here we go. Look at this. I want to show you something, right? I think that this is huge, right? So we go ahead and share this. Don't worry about it. Everybody and everything, man, stay right there. Look at this. GameStop shares fall 20% after it files to sell additional stock, right? Says first quarter sales dropped. GameStop will sell up to 45 million common shares in an at-the-market offering. The video game retailer reportedly preliminary results that showed a drop in first quarter sales. This news comes after GameStop's surge earlier this week in a brief revival of the meme stock trade, right? And this is the GameStop right here on 6th Avenue, right, on New York Street, right? Do you guys understand that the moment that the gentleman tweeted, I can't even think of his name now from GameStop, he did the cryptic tweet of him walking in front of a GameStop. GameStop went ahead and shot up. Marketers and high execs from GameStop automatically said, we are not getting ready to get put in a position like we got put into last time. Immediately, GameStop came back and said, we're willing to sell up to 45 million of common shares in an at-the-market offering. Do you guys see that? That means they were not getting ready to allow this thing or remotely allow a push to begin to happen right now or in the near future that would bankrupt them with the liquidity of them not being able to have enough money to pay out investors. So when people are asking, Lambo, hey, is AMC GameStop, is that another one that I should invest in? After them and letting them know that the shares fell 20% after, it was actually had a huge boost right over the beginning of this week, and where the quarter sales have dropped, and now they're actually doing $45 million worth of shares in an at-the-market offering. That tells me one thing, that GameStop itself is trying to position itself to take the blow to be able to have enough liquidity if there is another pump in this. And not just that, they're positioning themselves to be able to say, hey, if we got to sell off some shares at an at-the-market offering, we're willing to do it right now, especially after we've had a 20% decline, right? That is the brains of great people who are behind publicly traded companies, right? You have to be able to have the liquidity for those investors who are actually out there who are being able to say, hey, we're willing to take a risk on GameStop this time, right? Because we've seen it shoot up. Don't fall for the fake. And now it's drastically started dropping again. What do I do? Should I invest? Should I not invest? Can I say something to you? GameStop will never happen like the last time that it happened, right? It will never go ahead, and where there's so many novice investors who were investing and they were actually going against the banks, and the banks were actually losing on the smaller end of that, and the novice investors were actually winning. Banks will never be put in a position like that again. Because banks won't be put in a position like that again, you're going to find yourself on the outside looking in. Now, should you invest in GameStop or not? Buy it at the dip. GameStop has gone down. So let's look at where GameStop shares is at right now. Here we go. Let's look at where GameStop shares is at right now. For those and everything, man, who are really trying to figure out how this thing is actually going, what should happen, what should we do? We're getting ready to run it all down to you right now, right? So I want you to see this one right here. I think this is so good. Here we go. Because a lot of people need to get this type of information. I would want to make sure that I'm giving this type of information as well. Listen to this. AMC Entertainment shares, right? They're at right now $4.59, right? Do y'all see that? $4.59. That's where they're at right now. They're on a decline right today. Let's look over the 5-day chart, right? They had that big pump on the 14th. They were at $11.90. If you guys had caught this by Monday, Tuesday, Actually, if you caught it on, let's go back to Monday. Monday, it was still at 352. By Tuesday, it was at 1190. 1190. You guys would have went on ahead and 4x almost. That was at $12. It was at $3, 352 at the beginning of Monday. It was at $12 by 9:30 on Tuesday morning. I can't make this stuff up. I can't make this stuff up. It is now down at $4.60, almost at the place where it was before the pump began at 352, right? And it got down to 4. So yeah, 4 is about the number. So if I was you, I would buy some GameStop, some AMC right now. I'm giving you game because it will be another pump. This is just a pump that it needed. Now it's down at $4.58. When people were trying to buy GameStop on Tuesday, they were like, oh my gosh, it's getting ready to go back up. It's getting ready to do this. And they thought it was going to keep shooting. They got in at the tail end of it. I'm showing you where to get into GameStop at with AMC. If I was you at $4.58, right? It has went down almost $8, $7.30 or whatever. Now I would purchase at the bottom. This is where you purchase at stock. Would I go in so heavy? I would probably wait. I guarantee you, because of encrypted text, because of GameStop now selling off 45 million shares, and you're hearing the news and a 20% decline and it's going down, I would buy and hold AMC stock. Just a little bit. You don't got to go gun cold crazy and clear your accounts out and anything else. I would buy and hold GameStop stock. All right, now that's AMC. That's AMC stock. This is GameStop stock. All right, we look at the 5-day chart, right? Where was GameStop at? GameStop is now down to $21.01 as we currently speak. Does anybody see that? I hope you guys actually see that, see what's actually going on, right? At the time, before the pump, it was at $26.30. This was on Monday, right? By Tuesday, GameStop was at $64.83. You would have tripled your money. You would have just about tripled your money within a 1 day. Most people were buying at the top at Tuesday, and I told them, I say this, I literally went ahead and messaged people, man, was in my circle, I say, GameStop will fall. AMC, you got to look at AMC stock, AMC Holdings Entertainment, and also look at GameStop as well. I said it that it would fall. Now, which us seeing the 45 million in earnings going back out the opposite way allows us to know that, oh, well, GameStop has fallen. Well, guess what? Is it at 64 today? Here it is Friday. No, we are at $20.68 as we speak. GameStop has literally plummeted, right? You're talking about this stock has went all the way down and stuff like that. Pretty much where that the entry level was. Actually went below the entry level of Monday. The entry level of Monday was at $26. We're at $20.70. This is a good time to buy. It is on the floor. GameStop is on the floor, right? And it's looking like it may make a new floor because it looks like it's keep on trending in a downward area, right? So we really want to follow the graphs, right? Graphs and everything, man, tell you the truth. Now, back in May, here we go. Let's go here. May the 1st, GameStop was all the way at $10.91. I do believe GameStop will fall between $16.47 and $10.91. You watch what I tell you. GameStop will probably fall within that. If it breaks even, if it breaks back down to the 1746 stage, where it was at on Friday, because news started surfacing on GameStop, right? News started surfacing, stuff started happening. You've seen it at $18, $15. You know, it was at 16.47 on Friday, the Friday before. Remember, there's movement. So I believe that it will break between 16.47 and 12. Let's even go lower than that. I think it may try to hit the floor back again at 1091. If it doesn't, it's going to stick around the 1746 mark. You watch what I tell you. Actually, between the 16 mark, it's going to be at the 16 mark because that's the plateau. 1647 mark, and it's probably going to stick between that and the $19 mark. You watch what I tell you. GameStop will be there. It's going to kind of rest on the floor just a little bit, right? So is it a perfect time to buy GameStop, right? In my personal opinion, I believe because of the shares and the sell-off today, GameStop will drop, probably resurface between 16, 17, and possibly could drop and resurface all the way back down to 11, right? Hold, buy and hold. Now you're at the right time. I'd rather you buy at $20 than for you to buy at $64 of where it actually was, right? I would really actually love for you to buy at about 17, 16, or maybe even 13 in that area, right? So you can trace it, right? I would love for you to buy GameStop in that area. That allow your account to be able to sell it out. You're going to have to ride it out. When the next push happens, it should push through and you should see GameStop push all the way back up with that as well. So keep that in mind. GameStop and everything, man, is doing that. Let's look at another one that I think that is something that we should be watching, right? And that is Apple. Look at what Apple has done since GameStop started moving. And a lot of people may have not seen this. They may not know this and stuff like that. Is it as peaking as high as it has been on a 5-day chart? GameStop started running Monday. It was at 185. On Wednesday, it was at as high as at 192. 192 for that. It has now been staggering in this line here of this 189. Look at this. And it's been kind of literally evening out at that point of that 189 point. So is Apple a good stock to go on ahead and invest in? Yes. I mean, Apple and everything, man, has proven itself, right? This big dip happened at 165. This was in April, right? This is a month ago, right? Now it is actually surfacing and it's sitting at about 189, 190, right? I believe Apple may drop back or resurface to the 183, possibly 173, 183 stage. You watch what I say. Now, will this happen overnight or will it happen drastically? No, Apple is a strong stock, right? Apple and the products and some of the things that they're coming out with allow them to remain in that stage where they're able to be above the 160, 170, 180, 190 mark, right, for investors. Apple right now is at its high right now in the last month. Look at the last 6 months. We knew Apple would get back here at the 180 mark because look what happened in February. Apple was at the 189. Apple was at the 190. I know Apple will get back to that 190, 180, 190 mark that it was at. Look where it was at over December. Apple was at 198. This was a lot of different press that was coming out between the phones, between the goggles and everything else that Apple was actually doing. So that is another strategy if someone in a very strong stock that will kind of resurface, will Apple take another dip from the history looking back at it, right? Apple does look like it has dipped and stayed about a 170. I do believe Apple probably will get between there, but looking at the 6 month, they had a nice strong floor at 190, 190, 193, 181. It's at 189 now, back up to 190s, 194, right? So the floor in the 6 month, right, and a strong resistance and where it actually stabilized at was about the 180, 190, 184 mark, right? looking at Apple. So seeing Apple have this mark and have this sustainability, I do believe Apple will continuously resurface back into that 190 stage. So if you're looking at something stable to possibly go ahead and invest in, Apple would probably be one of those that would be stable to invest in. Will it touch back down and retrace on some of its lows into that 170 stage like it actually did back in April, back in March, 160, 169, 170 was kind of really floating around at 160, 169, 170. Will it refloat to that? That is to remain to be seen. But as you all know, Apple gets stronger throughout the next quarters of the year. And I've watched Apple stock for years. A lot of people and everything, man, have been asking, Lambo, should we go ahead and invest in stock with Apple? Apple has been and has remained a consistent, strong stock to go on ahead and invest in, right? So again, definitely Apple is something to be looking at. You got AMC to invest in. You have GameStop to invest in. Now, NVIDIA is one that you guys know I am gun-ho about NVIDIA, right? And I spoke about NVIDIA months ago, right? Even before it actually taken off the way it did, right? And let's look at the 6-month chart of NVIDIA. Look at this. 6 months ago, NVIDIA was at 930. I'm sorry, 504. I definitely know it wasn't that small. 504. I talked about NVIDIA being at that place at 504 and really in the 400s. It was actually in 492, and NVIDIA shot up to some of its highs at 950 in March. Right now, it has kind of built the floor right around the 950. Once it got down to 850, it's been at about this 850, 870. Right, look at this: 850, 870, 850, 870. Back up to 900, back over to 931 right now, because it had to go ahead and retrace to some of its highs at 942, which I think with some of the things, and now that there's a little competition out there, NVIDIA will retrace at 942, 940, 942 again. If it breaks higher than that, you count yourself as a win. But again, we talked months ago on Finance Fridays about NVIDIA and about getting in, and some people have already doubled their money just like that, doubled to triple their money just like that with NVIDIA and being able to get in on this stock information. Okay, so now that is huge. I want to give something that you guys may not be paying attention to. I actually love seeing this one. And when I actually seen this one, I was just like, oh my goodness. I said, this one may be one that is really, really on that move that will actually help change a lot of people's lives, right? Check this out. Because I think that most people are really trying to figure out which direction are they trying to go, right? Now, remember earlier I talked about us being in a $2 to $3 trillion market space when it comes to crypto, right? And a lot of people are asking themselves, well, should I learn crypto? Should I not learn crypto? Yes. The answer is yes. You should definitely learn crypto and learn how crypto is actually using to be able to help change a lot of people's lives, man, especially in everything, man, when we are here in this space and we are seeing so much stuff, right? Now, I'm going to show something to you right now. Hopefully you guys can see this. I can get this going for you guys. Because this is something huge. Here we go. That I thought was just like, wow. We talked about this, right? For those who remember, maybe about 2 years ago, really big and stuff like that. So again, this is Jamal Titus days, Kennard Haney early days, Brandon Brown coming on here, sharing some other knowledge and wisdom as well. And some of the great gurus and stuff like that, man, of crypto who are actually coming on here. We talked about this one, and it literally started resurfacing itself. Floki has just started resurfacing itself and kind of making a lot of buy volume right within the space, man. And I'm just shocked to see where Floki is at and what it has been doing. So, right, it's been at a resistance, right? So Floki went on ahead. This is 1 month ago, right? So this is not too long ago, just a month ago, right? So Floki was right here at 0.00013. It's not at a solid 0.0002, right? Its resistance came in April, right? There was a lot of talk that was going on with Floki. So shout out and everything, man, to Floki and everything, man, did this. They built kind of a floor at the 0.00016. So before it got to that 1.2, it got there. It got to 0.2, right? Look at this, 0.002, currently almost at the same, well, actually higher now at the levels where we were at with Floki Inu. And now that decided to go on ahead and kind of stick. We knew after the drop and going back down to 0.0001, it had to go back up and retrace that 0.2, right? So it got to there in May of 2024, went all the way down, right? Look at this, in April 30th, right? It went down in April 30th, revisited right back again in May, right? May the 4th, went all the way back down, built the floor, right? Stayed around that 0.0017 mark, and then boom, shot right back up and then broke new barriers, right? To 0.2225. Look at that, right? You look at the volume in a 24-hour, volume in a 24-hour period has been over 1.01 billion. 1.01 billion in volume in the last 24 hours at that point, at the highest of his bank, right? You look at that, May 15th, $1.1 billion was pumping through Floki Inu, right? So these are some of the key things that you need to be kind of looking out to, kind of researching, kind of saying, you know what, Lambo, you're right. Maybe I need to go ahead and park a little bit money into Floki now that I'm actually seeing it go there. Now, I will say this. I believe Floki will retrace itself back down at about the 0.00017 stage. That looked like from the May of last week, right? May 10th as well, May 12th as well. It was around that stage before it had all this pump volume. And then as well, back in April, it was the same way. And then we can go back in early April, it was the same way as well. So we really want to go ahead and pay attention to Floki, Floki, right? And check to see when it repositions itself to go back down and then buy it at the dip with Floki. And you should be able to go ahead and make out serious profits with Floki as well. All right. So I definitely wanted to go ahead and share that one with you guys. Just a couple of stocks and everything, man. I wanted you guys to go ahead and watch out, pay attention to, kind of see what's out there and kind of see what is available. Okay, now for some passive income plays that a lot of people have been looking into, and I get it, a lot of people have been asking, Lambo, what are some passive income plays that I can get myself into? What are some things that may be consistently making money? Well, outside, and I'm going to say this to you guys, and I hate to brag on them, but I got to brag on them. Outside of Julie and Jeremiah and Team Crafton, who are doing an amazing Amazon and e-commerce space with Shopify, Amazon, Walmart, and all these other stores, that is one of the best hands-on savings investments you can get. And that is something that I am gung-ho about. And that's something that you will actually be gung-ho about. And why not go ahead and partner and work with some of the best who are actually doing that Amazon play or that web e-commerce store play, and that are really doing it on a tangible level, something you can physically see, something you can physically cash flow and have passive income and investments from that. Again, if you guys want to learn more about that, send me a text at 547-8826, 612-547-8826. I will send you the information over with. And all you got to do is send me a message that says text, says Amazon. Just say Amazon. I'm going to automatically send you the information over. You can go on ahead and get a hold of Team Crafton and allow them to definitely go on ahead and help you out with getting passive income, real passive income. Banks look at passive income, especially when it comes down for funding. And I know, and why not go ahead and do it hands-free? And there are hands-free. They got so many different packages, high-level packages, all the way and everything, man, to someone who really needs to go on ahead and start off with some things. So again, text that number 612-547-8826 on that. There is this one that is coming out, right? I want to give this to you guys right now. That is really getting ready to, blow up, man, right? Here we go. I want you guys to get this going. Actually, no, they took the website down. Okay. So they're still working on the website, right? So shout out to them not actually having the website up, but don't even worry about it because they took the website down because they are really reworking on it. And I know the actual leaders behind that, which is going to be amazing. Don't worry about it. I will just talk about it right now by being on the show. There will be something coming out next week. The name of that is called Trade Tribe, right? You guys want to go on ahead and get into that. There's going to be different opportunities for you to go ahead and invest in, right? Where you either have subscriptions, right, per monthly that allow you to be able to grow and gain money passively, hands-free, 100%, okay? So keep that in mind. If you want to go ahead and gain money 100%, you can go on ahead and do that passively with that, okay? So Trade Tribe will be the name of that. You guys do not want to go ahead and miss out on that. That's going to be huge. That's going to be 100% hands-free. I'm going to be transitioning some people over into that because I really, really, really like that one a whole lot and stuff like that. This one right here, I told you guys, was catching so much heat, right? And here it goes. This one right here, I mentioned this a couple of weeks ago on my show, and I want you guys to go ahead and take a look at this 100% hands-free opportunity, right? And this one is called Go Baby Trade Crypto. Go Baby Trade Crypto, where it's a 24-hour crypto bot, right? 24-hour crypto bot that manages your cryptocurrency trades, robotic execution for locking in cryptocurrency profits. Don't sit on losing trades. It's 100% accumulate daily profits automatically with anonymous brand robotic trading. And it trades through Coinbase and Kraken, which I really actually like it being able to trade through Coinbase and Kraken. Go Baby Trade, man. Definitely, you want to go ahead and check that out. The owner, Ed, not the other Ed, not the wrong Ed, the right Ed, is doing some amazing things and has worked with Microsoft and Bill Gates and that team and everything and developing them really early on in the 80s and 90s, man, and really making that big impression. He retired actually in the 90s as well and literally has been doing this type of trading and this style of trading for over 24 years in the making with this style that he's actually doing. So again, Go Baby Trade is something that is doing something hands-free. You can connect your U.S. registered Coinbase or Kraken accounts to them, all right, which you will allow yourself to make some nice money that's actually coming out of that. So I really want to go on ahead and present that one to you as well. So again, Go Baby Trade, I will definitely have that in there. So you got Trade Tribe. Shout out to my guy Brian, as well as David Cashflow and all the rest of them in with Trade Tribe. That's going to be a subscription base. Go Baby Trade, you're actually going to pay for the license for like 2 years. I think it's good for it. And I don't want to go ahead and say what it is and stuff like that. but that license you pay for, it's a pretty hefty fee up front, but your money is actually 100% in your account, and you're able to go on ahead and actually make money while that thing is actually 24 hours a day trading for you. And I'm telling you what, I know, man, it is huge and stuff like that, man. And that's what we actually like. We like the big events that are happening like that. And needless to say and stuff like that, man, I would not at all be not, it would do me a dishonor for me not to go ahead and talk about this next one as well, as I just went on ahead and bragged on my friend earlier. Shout out and everything to my guy Croc and Dragon Pam. You guys want Dragon Pam? This is it, dragoncopytrade.com. You guys can go there, kind of go ahead, look around the site, man. See exactly, man, Dragon Copy Trade, the premier PAM account service, man. For Forex, EA bots, key performance, everything, 24/7 expert support, all of that good stuff. Dragon Trade has done, let's see, within the last month, right? I want to show you this. Actually, I don't think they have it on here. I can go right here and pull this one up. I really want to show you guys this because this is something huge and stuff like that that I really like. Dragon Trade has done in the last, shout out to Croc, man. He's just killing the game, man. Croc, I don't want to go ahead, man, and tell you no lie. Here we go. Dragon Trade has done, as of yesterday, right? It did 2.14%, right? For yesterday, just yesterday alone. And for the week, 3.58% for the week. Shout out to Croc Band and that entire team, and Dragon and Antoinette and Ozzy and all of them over there who are really killing the game with this particular program. It has done since April the 8th of 2024, right? April 8th, so that's a little over a month. 27.68%. 27%, 0.68%, 0.68%. So it's almost done, almost 28% for a little over a month, completely hands-free. Again, the community is amazing, man. Go get in that community. Go get into the pin group with my guy Jay Ford and some of the amazing other leaders, man, who are in there, man. Shout out to one of my guys who I haven't seen, and I seen his name like popped up and everything, man, as a recent, man. My guy Heartless, man. Where is Heartless at? I got to get Heartless, man, out here on the show, man. I told him I was going to get him on the show, too. But definitely, man, some amazing people, man, who are on there. Rich Rian as well, man. Shout out to Rich, Antoinette, the full crew, man, who is really killing it over there, man, and really doing some amazing things. So you guys want to be tapped into that, because that is really doing some things that are hands-free, and you want to be tapped into that community because, again, people are actually looking for opportunities that are producing some hands-free things where they can make passive income. They can go focus on their career, focus on their job, focus on their business, and really kind of do some things that allow this money to keep making money for them. And shout out and everything, man, to Croc for actually making that happen. And again, I will be needless to say, another hand tuition one, guys, that you guys got to go ahead and jump in is Tuition Coins by my guy Joshua Samuel, who is killing it out there with Tuition Coins. And I'm telling you what, you will not be wrong or make a wrong decision by going on ahead and investing in that. That's quite a few passive income plays. Again, if you guys want to go ahead and get into the Amazon e-commerce space, go ahead and send me a text. The number's on the bottom of the screen, 612-547-8826. And we will go on ahead, man, and get you connected and do some amazing things. Now, there is one more opportunity. Oh, hold on. Before that, we'll get you connected with Julian Jeremiah and Team Crafton with that. There's one more opportunity that Lambo does not, and we're supposed to be getting a chance to talk about, but I couldn't get a chance to talk about it, right? That is a private opportunity that Lambo is gun-ho on as well. Shout out to my guy, Ryan, in Degenerate Passive Income. And you guys see Ryan, man, come up on the show, man, and really do some stuff. But he's talked on the show to the chats. But my guy Ryan, man, is killing it, man. If you guys are not a part of Bruno X, man, you guys need to go ahead and jump into it. I don't know what you're waiting for. That one right there is doing a solid 18% a month. Wow. A solid 18% a month. They're getting ready to get capped out. So you definitely going ahead and need to take full advantage of that. There's live deposits with that community on Wednesdays. I think it's Mondays and Wednesdays. But Wednesdays, I know they actually do the live videos. I think the videos are at 1 p.m. Eastern. I want to say 12 p.m. Eastern or 1 p.m. Eastern. It's one of them. But you can go on ahead, man, and we can get you in the chats. I can actually send you the message to get you in the chat. That way you can go on ahead and keep up with their weekly meetings. That play has been going on for years. Right? 18% every 30 days. You know where your money's going at. You can go ahead and get your profits out. They ask you, do you want your profits out at the end of a 30-day cycle, at the end of a 30-day billing cycle? They're going to ask you, do you want your profits out or do you want to take your whole investment out? And if you do decide to take your whole investment out, you can take the whole principal out, your whole investment out, and allow you to actually go on ahead and take it out with the profit that you've earned. You just can no longer actually get back into that opportunity with that particular group. And they're trading oil, which is an amazing thing. I'm gun-ho on oil. I love that. I have one more huge. I got a couple more different bigger ones that are 100K and up. Please reach out to me and everything. If you do decide to want to get into those, we can have a further discussion, man, about jumping into those. Those I trust because those I know the leaders and the people who are behind them, the actual owners who are behind them. And I know exactly what their intentions are and what they have built out to really help you gain passive income at the 100,000K level and up. If you need to, that's a private one. You can go ahead and send me a message at 612-547-8826. Say, Lambo, I want to be connected with that private entity. Once we've confirmed and fact checked everything as well with your accounts, you can go on ahead and be passed off to that wonderful team who is really, really, really killing some amazing things and doing some nice percentages a month that definitely will have your money working for you with. Listen, guys, I want to thank y'all. I got to get in these chats, man, real quick. Shout out to my guy, Issa, man. Appreciate you, man, on this wonderful, man, great day, man. It's Happy Friday. Thank you for that, man. You already know. Let's go, man. Hey, we went on ahead and we did it, man. I hope I brought it to you. Got a lot of great information for you guys. Todd say, let's get it. You already know, Todd. Let's get it, man. That's my guy, man, making sure we do what we do on this day. Jeremiah Crafton showing love, saying Happy Friday. Appreciate your team, Crafton. Always loving everything, showing some amazing love for what you guys are doing. Good morning, my wonderful wifey, man, showing some wonderful love, man, on this great morning, man. Always and everything, man. I want to show my wife the love, man. I love you, right? Definitely showing her I love you, man. You already know, man. We making it do what it do. I love you, boom. It's all the same, man. You know what time it is, man. So thank you for my wonderful wife, man, for always showing so much love. That's what we're here for. Issa showing love to my wonderful wife. We love to see that. Thank you for that, Issa. Showing love to Jeremiah as well, man. Showing love to Todd as well. Loving to see that, man. You guys, I love this, man. Jeremiah, man, showing love, man. How you doing, Jeremiah? Good to see you in the building, man. Showing love to Issa like that, man. I love it, man. Anthony Deloach says, Happy Friday, family, man. Thank you, big Anthony Deloach. You already know, man, what time it is, man. Always showing love and doing what we do. Make sure you guys go like and subscribe to my guy, Anthony Deloach's channel. He is killing the game. I'm telling y'all what I know. He's really doing some amazing things. You guys want to be connected to what he's doing, and especially the game plan to 100 grand. You do not want to be disconnected to any of that. You want to be connected to that because that is where we're heading to help out so many people, man, get to that 6, 7, 8, and 9 figure level, man, so that they can go ahead and make a big impact. Again, Anthony Deloach, like and subscribe to this channel. I promise you, you will not want to go ahead and regret it, man. It was 2 years. Yeah, baby, my baby know it was 2 years, man, before I stopped playing. Oh, man, I don't even get started with that. Hi, IC, Crafting Crew, Todd, and Mr. Deloach. Happy Friday. Loving on that, man. Thank you for that. Welcome to another lovely Friday. Misfit Enterprises in the building showing love, man. Happy Friday, y'all. Hope all is well with everyone. Yes, all is well. Thank you, Misfit Enterprises, for definitely showing love and tapping in on the Leverage Show today. That's what we do, man, on Finance Fridays, man. Always going ahead, Shout out to everybody. Make sure that we're showing love, man. I see say, hello, Mr. Anthony Deloach, showing love. Good to see you. I love it. Lambo is back at it. Happy Friday, everyone. The girls were fun to watch yesterday. Thank you, Cutie P. Man, truly, they were fun. They definitely got a chance to go on ahead, man, and keep Daddy laughing, man, and keep me ducking from some of those hard-earned questions that they were giving me. Hi, Mrs. Johnson, showing love and everything, man. Thank you, J-Dog, man, for showing love, man, for my wonderful wife. You know what time it is. Easter showing love, man. The Cutie P, loving that, man. Y'all keep showing love. Larry the Lion is in the building. Mr. Seeker of Knowledge, man. Appreciate your Seeker of Knowledge, man. Thank you, man. Hopefully you are out there taking care of that stab on this wonderful happy Friday, brother. All right, Cutie P says, hello, IC. Good to see you, man. Showing so much love and everything, man. Thank you. Listen, I thank each and every single one of y'all in the chats. Thank you guys for what you're doing. I'm excited. I want to continue to keep moving you guys forward by any means necessary and allowing you guys to get to that next level and go to that next level, because that's what we're here for. Listen, again, we'll be back Tuesday night, same time, Tuesday and Thursday night, same time. 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. PST, right back here on The Leverage Show, and definitely leveling up by any means necessary. Hopefully and everything, again, this continues to keep going to the next level for you guys. I love you guys. Thank you guys. Having a great weekend, and make sure you guys are loving on yourselves and taking time for yourselves and giving yourselves the proper rest that you guys need to go on ahead, man, and be the better you that you can be. It's definitely been a blessing, man, for me to be your host, Lambo Drew. Again, go ahead and send me a text. You guys need to be connected with Amazon, or you guys need some of those secret plays, man, that we can get to you. 612-547-8826, and we will go on ahead and get that out to you. Love you guys. Take care. God bless. Have you guys a great weekend. I'll see you guys next week right back here on The Leverage Show. Thank you, guys.